Hello Libra, this is Joe, and I'm going to do your July 2020 spirit message. This is an intuitive message. It's not going to resonate for everybody. It can't. It's just not possible. But, you know, if it doesn't, there's always a different message at a different time. But what I'm going to do is I'm relying intuitively for the cards to bring out the inspiration, the message that Spirit wants to convey this month. And for those of you this message is for, I hope it helps bring some clarity to you in July. Anyway, so how I do this is I'm going to pull one, sometimes two major arcana, sometimes two pop out and I take them, and then a couple of the minor arcanas. And then we're going to pull a couple oracle cards and see what the message is for you in July. So if you do, one side note, want to have a opportunity to win this very nice tarot deck, stick around to the end of the video. I'll tell you about that. It's one of my favorite decks, and it's real easy to have an opportunity to be included in that. So we have the moon as the theme for July. So what's this moon about? Let's see what kind of message we can get. So we have most of our cards here, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm a little sniffly. I woke up with just these terrible allergies this morning, and it's been really kind of kicking my butt. Okay, Four of Pentacles. And we do need one of these here, and we'll get on with the message. To be fair. Okay, so we'll dig into that and see what that's about. And you have the moon, Seven of Pentacles, and Four of Pentacles. So you're guarding something, and I think you're guarding yourself. And I think that really, so we have the Three of Spades. And to me, the first thing I think when this card is coming up in this reading is to be careful not to try and unearth things that have been put in the past and done away with. So I think some of you might be revisiting a situation where you have some reason not to trust somebody. You have some reason to be cautious and careful, because you may have this feeling that the past often repeats itself. Sometimes people don't change, and sometimes even though they may portray that they've changed or have had a turned a new leaf, I think you're very cautious in July, because I feel like there's just something that you might be tempted to unearth. And I feel like this is in a sense of you may find yourself in a bit of conflict or in an awkward situation with somebody that has given you reason in the past to not trust them. And so I see this to be fair to come up. And I think that you may get into a situation where you may be tempted to kind of unearth the past and what has been buried, dig it up and resurrect it. And you might be tempted to use that against somebody to get your point across. I think you know intuitively that whoever this is with the moon, that you have reason not to trust them. I feel like you are guarding. You have the Four of Pentacles here. I feel like you are guarding something, and I don't feel like it's really anything tangible or material in that sense, but I think you're guarding almost your well-being and your heart from this person, because it's very hard for you to trust them. And I think in July you may find yourself in a situation that gives you a little bit of anxiety, and I think it might be tempting to try and bring up the past, to unearth it. But you do, even though you do have a reason to feel like you can't trust this person entirely, I do feel like they have made a very good effort to try and change, or to try and prove themselves. And this, you know, this message isn't going to be for everybody. This is obviously, it can't be. But I think there's some of you that are really dealing with and struggling with finding finding the strength to trust that people can change and that people can overcome things in their life and they can improve themselves. And so sometimes we have to be willing to let them grow into their new self, but with caution. And I do feel like the Seven of Pentacles here is just patiently waiting to allow this person to demonstrate to you that they are indeed something that could be a benefit in your life. I think that you do see there's potential here with this person. This might be an old love interest, an ex. It could be somebody in your family. I really do feel like this is speaking to like a closer family type relationship where you feel like you don't have 100% reason to trust whoever this is. But I think Spirit is saying here that you need to give things a chance. And if something does come up, even if something is a little bit, not 100% up to par, to try and overcome that desire if it comes to you to, unearth the past and to drag the past into the present. Because I think that there's more to the story in July with somebody that you're dealing with that it isn't, I don't feel like there's anything like intentionally malicious, but I do feel like something comes up with somebody and it does cause you a little bit of anxiety because you may be very, very tempted to look at this person in the way that they have shown themselves to be in the past. And I think you need to give them an opportunity to, if they've done something, if you find that somebody in July has done something to you, to give them the opportunity to make it right, or at least to hear them out, because sometimes people backslide. And so if you're dealing with somebody that's in an addiction or has had an addiction in the past, I feel very strongly about this in this message, that sometimes people do backslide. And when they do, we have to sometimes give them the opportunity, but we have to protect ourselves at the same time. And I really feel like this Four of Pentacles is showing that you're being very protective and guarded, that you're dealing with somebody that has given you reason in the past. And so I think that your intuition is very heightened this month in July. But I think that your intuition could kind of get the best of you, because sometimes we tend to go beyond our intuition and we can over kind of illustrate something in our minds that is going above and beyond what is really happening. So I feel like Spirit is saying just be very careful this month. Remain cautiously optimistic. Give this person a chance. Allow them to show you that they are changing, that they are making an effort, and try and be fair with them as best you can. To not drag up or dredge up the past and to put it in their face, because I feel like this person still needs an opportunity. They still need some time to mature and to show that they have turned a new leaf. And so I think this is the message for you in July. And to me, it's very clear cut. And again, this isn't for everybody. This is for those of you that this will kind of hit you instantaneously. You'll know this is for you. So with that said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I don't like to drag these out. I like to just deliver the message. It's not like a traditional tarot reading. And with that said, if you want an opportunity, this is my favorite deck, the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. If you want an opportunity to win that, all you have to do is, if you're a subscriber, just comment below and let me know. Say that you're a subscriber, and I'll include you in that drawing after the 31st of July. If you're not a subscriber and you want to be entered, just subscribe and let me know that you did. I'll include you in that automatically. It's a great deck. I love it, and I think that whoever wins that's going to really enjoy it. So with that said, I'm going to say have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again soon.